Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I think I have to type the call line now. It's going to be a 30 minutes live broadcast. Okay, it's going to be 30 minutes live broadcasts. We are talking about the death of one of the most, if one of the best Nigeria have ever had. One of the great soloists of all time. Sister OSINACHI Chukwu. So share right now, call in. If you want to call in, but we're going to do a few analysts on this. Because so many people are passing blame on the general overseer of the church, Pastor Paul Eneche. So go ahead and share. You can call now. You already know the story has been all over internet. So it has been all over internet. It has been all over internet. So we are going to dualize it. Yeah. I'm trying to, okay. So I'm trying to get my network set proper. Okay. Now some people said it was the pastor that encourages her to remain in the marriage. That's what led to her death. That she tried many times to leave the marriage. Allege, so that you don't say allege. Because she's not alive right now to say her own part. So that's why when we get to heaven, there are going to be so many issues that we are going to handle. And two, I don't know if this issue now brought a situation whereby everybody now preach, oh, divorce. You know, almost all pastors are now preaching divorce. So we are going to be looking out. It is very important. What really happened? Now don't forget that after her death, the next church service was on Sunday. The pastor was not in Nigeria, Pastor Paul Eneche. But on Sunday, Pastor Paul Eneche was in the church. Now, one question everybody asks. In the Sunday service, the service went normal. Without 1 minute silence. Without announcement of the death of one of his major singer in the church. You know, normal, somebody like that who left who left the church in such a mysterious way Come on. Last respect announcement should be made to the church. But they kept quiet. You know, that man brought people suspecting what he's playing. God worked in a mysterious way. God used our death to pass a powerful message to the body of Christianity. Okay. Now, let me tell you something. God does not work like that. God cannot use someone's head. The person that done that was Jesus. So God cannot use OSINACHI to pass any message to anybody. She's not the first woman that has been brutalized in marriage or tortured in marriage. So there are many people who has died, many Christians, many pastors' wives, and all that who has died. So let's stop using. One thing I don't like about Nigeria is when something bad happens, instead of people to come out and admit that something bad has happened, they will paint it. Oh, it's for the glory of God. God used it to teach us story. God used it. Why did God not use it to teach some of you? No, let me not pick it to pray that prayer for you, because it's not a good thing. Will you be happy if God use your own child or your wife use you or use you to pass such a message to her? No, you will not be happy. So let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. Oh, that say that he died to teach the church. Teach the church what? Teach the church what? In case you are not aware, this is a shame, a disgrace to the body of Christ. How can we lose such a talented person? She's not going to resurrect after 3 days. Is she Jesus? Somebody who is gifted. Gifted. Yesterday, after I dropped my video, 3 hours later, or 2 hours later, I don't want to say OSINACHI saw my broadcast, because I know that yesterday was not service. But they came out to make a speech. Possibly my video has gotten to them. So they feel that since I've carried this video, they should come out and clear the air. That's my take. That's what I think about it. Because it was, if you watch the time I post my video and the time they came up, it like took them 2 hours to respond. So I believe when I dropped, they got the message and like, oh, let's move to the church. I am on this and let's address this thing quickly. And they went ahead and addressed it. It was not even a church service. Now, what am I saying? He came out and said that there were so many people who were close to him and the woman who knew that this woman is being brutalized in her marriage, maltreated in her marriage, be beaten as a punch bag, as everything. He said those people did not tell him. It's not possible. I'm a pastor. We know members. They must gossip to you. They must gossip to you, my darling. How are you? Women are beautiful. They have one down. Nora, thank you. Now, you will not tell me that nobody has even whispered to you what is going on. Your wife, according to you, when he went to do, when it's a mugu, something like that, she observed 1 or 2. The music director observed 1 or 2. Some choir members observed 1 or 2. No, now. No. It's not possible. It's not. You see, sometimes when some of our fathers made mistake, instead of them to just come out and say, my people, I felt as a pastor, it's not good for me to tell somebody to leave his marriage and all that. I don't know what the word will say. Maybe they will say I'm the one dating her. That's why I'm asking her to leave her marriage. Or you understand what happened? Because there was issue of something like that about a woman who said he can't do again. A former Apostle Johnson Suleiman pastor, both of them, male and female. The woman said, he not do again. The man said, don't do again. Okay, the man came up and started demanding for the wife and said, I need my wife back. Oh, tell Apostle Johnson Suleiman to release my wife. Oh, hey. So many things. The woman said she can't go back. Maybe something like this, similar torture. Maybe if they have forced the woman into the marriage, maybe by now the man must have killed the woman. I'm here to read your comment, and my lines are open for you to call. Oh, I thought I'd pin it. Thank you. So, now when you know as a father, you will not, there's no way Pastor OSINACHI will not be aware of what is happening. Somebody must have gossiped to you. Somebody must have gossiped to you. That's number one. On Sunday, you refuse to announce it. You refuse to announce her passing away in the church. You people did service. I didn't say you should cancel service, but at least, oh, we lost our sister. Oh, what a mysterious death. I just came back, but we'll try and know what happened. At least let the church members say, oh, let them cry a little bit for her. You people did not announce it. Now, yesterday, you went and announced it during service. The topic is about Sister OSINACHI, the singer that died. Yeah. So, he will not, for the first time, Papa is supporting me. I hope you don't want to hack my Facebook account. This your support is fully aware. You understand? So as we are saying, he never showed remorse of the death or make special announcements. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Apostle Dr. Kassy.
You are welcome to Penel TV.
Yes, sir. I celebrate grace, sir.
Thank you. Your contribution, sir.
Yeah, this is Apostle Mark Williams Adegoke.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I want to appreciate God for what God is doing today. And carefully, I want to say this with all sincerity of heart. I think one of the ministers of the gospel in Nigeria that have respected integrity to a level is our pastor, Dr. Paul Eneshe. The experience of what just happened recently give me a picture of what has happened before in my very eye. A member of mine in the same church I pastor, the two daughters were under severe attack. Not be everything God they show pastor. Nobody tell me. The woman was going through pain. Nobody tell me. This thing lingered for a very long time until one day on my own after service, I said, let me even go and check this person. I went there. I saw the whole house down. It takes the grace of God to redeem them. And this person, I'm telling you, funny enough, a worker in the church. Our pastor was not aware. Nobody was aware she was going through a trauma. Anything that is happening, she kept it silent. She kept it to herself. There are some persons within our assembly whose heart are very far from us in reality. Yes, some of them might be very sensitive based on where they occupy. We may not think that these people can do this kind of thing. One or two persons can know one or two things about their character. But sir, with sincerity of the heart, I will tell you 80% of pastors, they are going this same frustration in the hand of member. They will be going through issues they will not tell anybody. If actually the message I've had of Pastor Dr. OSINACHI 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, last year,
Please share this video. Let it get to OSINACHI. Share it. Let it get to all members of Dunamis.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir. You have 30 seconds.
Okay. The message I've had from him If that message, the woman is under that same ministration, and yet she is going through abuse in marriage, she cannot make decision for herself. It means not the pastor be our problem. Our problem is that she is stupid, she lacks wisdom.
Are you aware that one of the Nigeria gospel singer brought out a video, an audio, where the woman was complaining the issue to him, and he asked him, have you told your pastor? He said he has told his pastor many times, but he sees the pastor don't want to do anything about it. And the pastor said, you know, something like, you know, if you leave your marriage, we'll stop you from singing in the church. You will not be featuring in programs. You understand those doctrinal something. So don't you feel, because this woman is not alive now, but this woman was able to tell somebody that I've been telling my pastor, if you can even help me to tell my pastor. And the person said, why not tell your pastor yourself? He said, I've told my pastor many times, according to the person.
The same thing has happened to me before. The same thing I've experienced before. Well, all the same. Dr. Pastor Poenisha is alive, and the woman husband is alive. God is up there. He knows the whole truth about this whole thing. He knows how to justify everybody. But the truth remains that maybe pastor will tell the woman if her marriage is not working to take decision. She knows she gets sense. She should be wise enough if she is true to herself to tell herself.
Okay, thank you. Now let's take another caller. You are welcome to Penet TV. Please lower the one you are watching over there.
Okay, well done, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I celebrate you, sir.
Go ahead, we are hearing.
This is the voice of Opapa.
Okay, Opapa 1.
Yes, well done, sir.
Opapa TV.
Yes, the CEO of Opapa TV network, sir.
You're welcome,
yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to applaud you for this broadcast you are doing right now. I've always said it since the news broke out. I've always said it that there is no way Dr. Paul Eneche can say that he's not aware of what that woman has been going through. No way. I said no way. I'm not standing to be corrected. I said no way. Now, you cannot be a chef, a pastor to your member, not just a member, a woman who is very close to the altar. And you will not know that this woman is going through trauma. This woman is going through marital battles. If let you assume that this woman, you did not hear it verbally from her mouth, you will not say that from the choir that she is leading, that no one has ever brought the matter to you. It is not possible. Let us always stand for the truth. Paul Eneche knows that this woman has been brutalized. She's going through hell. Now, one of the reasons why this woman was not removed from the marriage by Paul Eneche is simply just because if she leaves the marriage, they will strip her of everything that she is doing in the church. Are you aware that when some Okposo have issue with his lady abroad, when the woman come and say he give her belly, Paul Eneche suspended Sam Okposo from the music concert he wants to do in his church. He removed Sam Okposo's name. Just because he said, why will a gospel singer be having a Samaritan affair? So they said even when Sam Okposo apologized and said to the world that yet Dunamis pastor removed his name among the gospel singer that were to sing that day. Now, when this woman before this woman will keep quiet and she decides to stay in the marriage, she knows what Paul Eneche is capable of doing. They must remove her from that singing ministry. And the woman has a talent. Her talent is a singing. So if she's removed from the singing ministry, and it shows that her talent is there, she don't want it to die. That was why she was there, bearing the issue and everything, because she knows that if you come up for the marriage, Paul Eneche will say not sing for church again. You don't go feature them again.
Yes,
so
her career will just die like that.
Yes, her career will just end. The career go just end. Paul Eneche should not tell us that he's not aware. He's aware. He heard it. He know. He thought put for the matter. It is said that go fit settle, not settle. Now the matter kill and put so.
Thank
you very much, sir.
Thank you. Sir. Okay, please, let's go ahead and share this broadcast. It's very, very important. It's very important. Mona, not mind me. there's no lights. You understand? So I don't know if you can the engine. I think we are getting calls from WhatsApp. Okay, I pray this call last. Hello, you are welcome to Penet TV. You'll be fast before a call interrupt it.
Okay, sir. I really want to contribute concerning this matter. We cannot judge anybody, and a dead woman cannot speak any longer. So the only advice I could advise everybody, we should learn from her mistake. Because from the day they married together, there was a covenant they have made, for better and for worse. I think that was what our late sister kept in her mind.
So to die in a marriage means the word for better for worse means to die in marriage, or for a wife or a husband to kill a wife.
I think you as a pastor, sir, anytime you want to wed a man and woman together, then you should be able to preach on that day, give the message. So I think people will learn from that, because everybody are reading Bible with different understanding. So that's for better and for worse. It's a covenant.
Okay,
So
can I ask you a question before you go? Just 1 minute. If you discover your wife want to take your life, what will you do?
Sir, then I have to run away from my life first. Because in those days, sir, when a husband and wife have misunderstanding, you will discover that a husband will always send the wife back to her family. Some wife will not even want to go to her family. She will go to her mother, which is her husband's side family, and stay with them. So when the husband is calm, then the husband will come back to the village to pick them up.
Okay.
That's how. But now the Christianity has turned everything upside down. Nobody want to learn from in those days.
Thank you very much. Let's pick another caller. Thank you. That's your time. Welcome to Penet TV.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, welcome to Penet TV.
All right, sir. I want to contribute to the topic of discourse.
Okay.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, sir. I want to start by saying it is stupidity for anybody to remain in an abusive marriage. Whether you're a Christian, a pagan, or a Muslim, any marriage that is abusive, any marriage where you have domestic violence, you are supposed to get out of it. Do you understand, sir? You're supposed to get out of the marriage. Now, the fact is that many of our fathers in the Lord, our pastors, they are not happy matters. Now that OSINACHI is dead, when you go online, you see almost all our pastors coming out to condemn domestic violence.
Okay.
The question is, before her death, how many of these pastors did you see preaching against domestic violence?
Nobody.
Before this woman died, how many of these pastors summoned their courage to tell their members to get out of abusive marriage? That is why I may be bold to call some of them hypocrites. Because as far as I know, many are trying to claim scent now that the woman is dead. Because this is something you cannot tell me that you're not out of your members are going through domestic violence. Getting out of a marriage, looking for separation is not against the will of God. If you are in an abusive marriage and you need separation, you have not held against God.
Yeah, the Bible, let me round it up like this. The Bible said, if the unbeliever, wife or husband, chooses to leave, he said you are free. That's Apostle Paul. He said you are no longer bound under the law. So when a husband begin to behave like an unbeliever in a marriage, or a wife begin to behave like an unbeliever, you are free to leave. I think that is my take over that. Thank you very much. Let's take other caller. You're welcome to the live video. You have 1 minute to tell us
well done,
what
sir.
you think.
I'm one of those people who has been following you from the one whenever you are on program like this. The fact is, let us also look at the beginning.
Let's take this female.
Yeah.
Just hold on. Just hold on. Let's take this female call. Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm listening.
Okay, just drop your contribution.
All women are beautiful. I'm listening. Kassy, how are you?
I'm fine. Go ahead and.
I have a little thing to contribute,
Okay.
actually. So, first of all, I wake up this morning, I saw this your live, and I said, please, everybody share first. Share the video, let it go viral. So, let me start. I'm actually devastated. I'm in pain for the past couple days about OSINACHI's death. I'm a victim, actually. Kassy, you know my story.
True.
I'm a victim, you know my story very well.
Yeah.
You understand? But at least I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm happy because I walked out of it majestically.
And you are alive.
Stronger and alive. It's an eye-opener to pastors, and it's a lesson to learn. And for all of you that believe on doctrines and all these, stay there, pray, he will change. Stay there, pray. Jesus will touch your wife to change. There is no Jesus. We are talking about individual's character. Marriage is individual's character. We are dealing with a human being like you.
It's not as if Jesus does not exist too.
See, when it comes to marriage, you know they see Jesus as they marry Jesus. So
no, I just want to clear that Jesus do exist. Okay, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, yes. What I'm saying is this. Anytime you step into a marriage, know that you're dealing with a human being like you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You're facing the reality of life. If he's a thief, he's an armed robber, he's this, is what you're going to see. So let's not just go.
Okay, thank you. That's your time. Okay, go ahead and talk to the viewer.
Well done, sir. Let me digress with my points. Sometimes English can be very confusing. Now, it is not all about just talking about domestic violence. We should also learn to talk about what are the reasons why domestic violence are rampant in most homes nowadays. What are the causes? How do we address this very issue? First, to me, it is the borrowed culture which we are practicing in Africa. That is the reason why most domestic violence is actually on the high side in Africa now. It is not the same way we worship. I'm calling from Germany. I live in Germany. It is not the same way we worship God in church. That's the same way Africans are practicing Christianity. Secondly, if you truly want to look at issues now, the way the domestic violence is actually being practiced, first, poverty in Nigeria is one of the sources that is bringing this whole thing. Finally, Oga, pastors should learn to face reality when they preach in churches. For instance, how many pastors would dare tell any man and woman that are coming to marry in their church to ask, are you a virgin? Because the Bible says before you get married, thou shalt not test. Are you a virgin? I have a point, the reason why I'm saying this thing. How many pastors would dare tell a woman, as you want married, so are you a virgin? Because I cannot marry a woman that is not a virgin. I cannot wed you people. How many pastors would dare tell any woman, say, do marriage now, do or die? Or how many pastors would dare tell any man or woman, say, look, if this man they beat you, for the fact the Bible says marriage is for better, for worse. No. make we bring such doctrine, such preaching, make we bring and come altar of God. How many pastors will do it? For instance, here in Europe, where most girls are doing position, how many pastors go tell church members, say, money when you take go sleep with you go for roads, don't use and do offering for my church. How many pastors will do it? In fact, it's not until we keep on avoiding reality, this whole thing will continue to happen. Most women, I think they say God created the world in 7 days. Created man, he had peace. Created everything, had peace. Even when he created woman, God not sleep nor slumber anymore. Let us find out the source of this problem. Most women are more, they are attached to this Western way of behaving nowadays. It is the reason we can't manage it. We're Africans. Here in Europe, now you both help us. Otherwise, most of us will don't kill most of these women. The fact is, they are not, in as much as I'm against domestic violence, I don't like it per se. I have a wife, I don't beat my wife. But some of these people, they can push you to that extent that even some people, most of them will make the evil economy rise up. Until you go to that extent, they won't let you be. So it takes the grace of God to avoid most of these women. Finally, make we live Igbo culture. If you see most of these home videos that they watch, they practice the negative side of it. In reality, than the real life where they're supposed to live. Most women pretend to enter husband's house. They know what they want. If anybody will tell me that that pastor needs to tell that woman to run before he go run before that man kill her, because in the name of church, then that woman, maybe she was ordained to die. So how many of them? One way say make the country's gonna shoot her first, make the man kill her first before he pass your content and say, run no. Okay, I'm hot, honestly. Let church begin to preach the reality of life.
Thank you for
things will get settled. No one live for Igbo culture. Let's go back to our olden days. Thank you, sir.
Oh, okay. So you can cut it over there. That is his own contribution. Let's see if we can pick one or two calls. Now, the OSINACHI mother came out and said the wife of NWACHUKWA is fully aware of the torture the daughter is going through in the marriage. So if the wife was aware, I think I saw that video on Jovic live broadcast yesterday, where the mother of the woman came out and said that NWACHUKWA's wife is fully aware of what the daughter is going through in that marriage. Knows what the woman is going through in that marriage. So if he knows and he couldn't do anything about that, now there's a situation whereby my question also go, how will a man tie up the wife and ask the children to be beating the woman? What kind of children are that? What is happening? Or is there something else we are not aware of? Is there something? Because I don't see why children want to beat their mother. I don't see why children want to join their father to beat their mother. I've never heard about that. But I've heard that children have joined their mother to fight their. Good evening. You are welcome to Panel TV. May we know your name and where you are calling us from.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Oh, I'm so happy to be on live with you today. Well, my name is Happy. So I'm from Italy. Thank God you just brought this broadcast, you know. The thing is that domestic violence is everywhere. The thing is too much. It's not because it happened to the body of Christ and the things that be happen, nobody have ever speak about it. Nobody, no pastor have ever, we know, they will say, hey, anything your husband do, you have to keep it in secret. But how long? 1, 2, 3, 4, how long? How long are you going to bear the pain? Must you kill yourself? But I must talk to Igbo tradition, because their tradition, the way they send their women, their guests to their husband. I think this is the reason why they can't voice heart even when they are suffering in their marriage. The Igbo people, they have to cancel this their tradition, because in Benin, after paying our bride price, they'll still give you the money. Say, oh, Vilena, imagine Igona no yohuna. Oh no no heyagba. Ego me he obiegege vegbe, because mama gbe. I don't think I pay school fees for my daughter finish. Then you come marry a counselor, can't give you. No, it's not done. That is Igbo tradition. That is why any educated girl from Igbo now, after they don't go to university, come you can say they come marry to one start all in the name of say get money. Because they get money, they not go fit talk.
Okay, 30 seconds, just wrap.
So my own is this, for all our pastors, when you call a priest domestic, where are they? Where on this thing to happen? And so many people, when she confine him, when she confine with them, say, this is what I'm passing through. Now, after her death, now everything come they review. Oh, this is what she was passing through. Where were you people? Or maybe she feel that when she speak out, the thing will ruin her career. No, it is better you speak than you die in silence. And this is it.
Thank you very much. Let's see if we can take other callers before we sign out for today. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can call it over there. Now, some of you may not have known this. We also need to ask a question. Why was this man always beating this woman? You know, for a man to start beating a woman, what did she do? Was there a character this woman was exhibiting that we don't know? Why was this man always beating this woman? So we also need to ask questions in this area. Why will the children join the mother, the father to beat this woman? We also need to ask in this area, why did this woman not on her own say, I'd rather stay alive than to die inside this marriage and walk out? You're welcome. Good afternoon.
Please, my name is Lisa. I'm calling from France. My humble opinion, I think we are all looking from the physical aspect of the issue. But me, I'm taking it from the spiritual aspect. This whole scenario is like the man was, he was paid to marry the woman to put off the light in the woman. Because I was watching a video today, and I've forgotten where I watched it. And the man of God was like, the man said he's the one who has not allowed OSINACHI to be like the stars in Nigeria. If he allows OSINACHI to go for programs, he will be bigger than most of the stars in Nigeria. He's the one who has stepped on it. So me, I see it as it was a contract that the man took to dim the light in the woman. And because darkness and light always overcome darkness, that is why OSINACHI was still able to come out and then sing to touch people's hearts, to still do the work of God. So when he realized he couldn't accomplish his mission, he had to kill the woman to be free. That is how I see it, because this whole thing it's not normal. How can you beat your woman and give your children came to beat your woman, and wife you stood at the altar and then promised each other to love each other till death do you apart, and then you beat the woman and step on the woman's chest? He's a demon in disguise. That is how I see the man. He's a demon. The matter is very deep, just like someone has said. It's very deep. We should not just look.
Bishop,
yes, we should not just look at the physical side. We should look at both the physical and the spiritual, because the way the woman can sink and deliverance takes place, and then how on earth would she marry such a man, such a wicked man? The whole thing is, I think the man took a contract to just kill the woman or just bring her down. That is how I see it. Out of jealousy or out of love, no man will do this out of love. He never loved the woman. He was under contract. That is how I see it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Let's take other people. Bishop Soji, you need to come and wrap up this whole show. So send me an invitation so that I can. You can cut it over there.
Yeah. What is happening here?
Flight arm.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Just hold on. Let's pick this call. You're welcome to Penalty.
Sorry for, I just pressed, maybe I pressed something on my phone. Can I cut my...
They go to, they go abroad, they go everywhere where they go to. So then they said they don't need all those kind of work. The man a pastor for that church happy, not so they talk. We are not suspend. We never hear what they say. They say since this matter they happen, they don't say they suspend the man. We never hear that. Say okay, since you don't beat this woman ever since now they get this one, we suspend you for so time. We never hear that. I beg the man and the church and most people, they know. People when it collaborate with the woman, they collaborate music together. All of them, don't see come out as their eyes see this, don't see talk. When the man will talk, say, you know, no. Now, you say, you go to tell sister, now you can't know, say, now, true, say, the man, the sister, tell them, I just to come, you know, arrange a personality for media.
Thank you.
People for now,
Thank you for calling. That's all we can take from you. So that, Mama, go ahead so that we can bring the Bishop Soji.
Okay, Daddy, should I go ahead?
Mama, go ahead now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. I'm happy. I'm happy to be on your platform today, and I'm so glad. I just pressed the button and I just appear like that. I don't know how the something come. I'm so happy, Daddy, that you brought this issue today. And even me myself, yesterday, I did a video of this. Our sister, our great sister. The Bible said that in every Moses there is a Pharaoh,
In every David, there is a Goliath. In every Jesus you see, there is always Herod. So, as you said before that, me myself, when I was on live video yesterday, I was asking the people, what make this man to be beating this woman always? Because we are not there, don't know what happened. Everybody is just coming out now saying this and that. We don't really know what happened. We don't really, we want to know, because our music, sometimes the devil, how would I say it? Lucifer was a singer. He was a singer. And anybody that is sing, that is healing people, the devil will try to put that person down. Because our gospel music heal people. He hit people, and even where I work in my working place, I work in a restaurant here in Italy. When I'm playing the music, the Italian people that is there, they will be singing our music with me. Suddenly, I just said that the woman is dead now because of domestic violence. I don't know what really happened, but if it's a post or whatsoever, that woman who have lived the marriage and move and go forward for a career, not just to let the light to off like that. A great woman of God like that we all look onto. We that is just coming now, we are feeling. I'm not okay. When I heard the news, I was crying. I'm not okay. I'm a deaconess Esther. Maybe you can see me sometime on social media. I do my things on social media. But what happened really shocked everybody. What led to this beating? The children will be joining the man to beat their mother.
Yeah.
So we really want them. We need more details about this. And people, I still blame Frank Edward. Hello, sir. Let me say this. Let me say this before I go. I still blame Frank Edward. He's a gospel musician. He know all this, and he shut up. He never said it out until this woman died. That is why I call them enemy of progress. When I said that they were enemy of progress, they were attacking me on social media. All of them were attacking me. The neighbor said that he come to my place. The other one said he come to our place. Why can't you speak? Now that she's dead, you are speaking. Don't say anything.
It's bad.
It's bad, sir. It's bad.
Right. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I appreciate, sir. God bless you, sir.
So that he can speak to us. Oh, think I spoke. Yes.
Hello.
Bishop Sodi, I've been trying to bring you on live, but it's not connecting. Can you now speak to us? We are still live.
Yes, I can speak to you.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Bishop Sojan from Port Harcourt. I'm sorry, are everybody clear? Are you clear?
Yeah, we are hearing you clear.
Now, I want to just quickly drop 7 points that a lot of people have not thought about in this issue. The first point is simple.
this is a woman who in the first place loved her husband, and they first got married in the church. And when they got married in the church, this issue began from the very, very beginning, not the first time. Now, what will actually make this woman stay in a marriage? If you think psychologically, there's a secret that the family, that man and the woman knows that nobody knows. There's a secret that kept that woman in that marriage, in the sense that if I leave this marriage now, it will tell the world peace based on the way religion has it with Africans. When you have an issue as a singer, as a pastor, the whole country goes against you. So because of that secret she didn't pull out, it's very, very possible. Number one. Number two, only in Nigeria we see when the case happen like this, the next thing, pastors look for a way to bury the case. I listened to the statement of the pastor yesterday, and I was not satisfied, because you can't tell me that woman was a singer who have done several songs and featured you. You didn't know she was going through domestic violence. Number one. Number two, your wife was the one who actually intervened for the mother when she was to come from NWACHUKWA. So it's so clear the family knew that the woman was going through domestic violence. Number three, this woman sings every Sunday, and she's the head singer of the church. Every choir member knew she was suffering. You would tell me you were not aware. If the pastor can be aware of the insults of the freeze and other people and reply them, he must be aware of this woman's case. Number five, no, I will say the table now.
Don't break the leg. Don't break the leg.
Okay. Number four, this pastor, to say the woman came to him for prayer that she was sick, and actually, as she was sick, the next thing, you prayed for her the first time, second time, third time, there was no healing, and then you began to send her for these things. Any pastor that is matured and experienced as him want to ask what happened, how did it happen, you want to know. And the pastor is a medical doctor, you know what it means to have such scenario, because he has practiced before.
Yes.
So you will not tell me you didn't know that she came to you with such sickness and you didn't ask questions that were deep. Then as a big pastor like that in your church and SSS officers, he had the power to subdue that man at the very beginning when such things were going on. Number six, if other pastors who invited the woman to sing for them could know only for one day program, they were able to know, and they were trying to intervene. The church that she has been for over 10 years, don't tell me that you will not know. Number six, the pastor is a spiritual man. Whether is not God or not, there must be words of knowledge. If you are about to lose a very dear partner in your church, a very bad worker, God will give you an information. I'm a man of God, I speak with experience. In our country, we are so religious that we are scared of talking. Listen, if Nigeria did not cry out, the pastor would have made a video. If Nigeria did not cry out, the pastor, only in Nigerian church, that a serious number would die, and they will not do a mini silence. But the pastor, wife, or children die, we will do a mini silence. So I blame the church for the doctrine, because if you study all the video based on marriage issues, he said very clearly, the man said, divorce is not allowed on any ground. So before you marry, shine your eye. He did not preach a message for those who are married before they came. For those who are already suffering in their marriage, he didn't preach that. The wife made a tweet, sometimes they think the same thing. So there was no preaching for those who are married and who are passing through issues. In that church, if you divorce, you reach the office and
your account is too low for this call.
Oh, my credit don't finish. So you don't scatter the with the leg with the end. Okay, I think that's how we are going to call it a day. Before we let you go, what is your last word?
My last words, I heard a woman came and she said people are saying, why is it that people close to OSINACHI did not speak up when she was alive? And they were all quiet. We are speaking for her now because she can't speak now. 1, 2, you cannot force someone to speak when the person is alive and the person is not willing to speak.
Let's allow Soji to
She
complete.
went into the marriage.
Let's allow Bishop Soji to complete.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, my cat.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Paul said if you divorce, he said don't marry again except till your partner dies. He said, but this is my own opinion. He didn't say this was the word of God. He said this is my own opinion. And he said, if you read on, he said, I think I have the Holy Ghost. So Paul was replying a letter that was written to him by the Corinthians. Only in Nigerian church that will quote the letters of Paul and forget the words of God. Now, at this point, this woman died because there was a secret that the man knew about this woman that nobody knows. There was a black man that always draw this woman back. She did not die because she was submissive. No. She died because she was scared of something. According to the story, everybody that wants to talk, he will say, please don't talk. Please don't talk. How can one be begging everybody not to talk? No. Something was wrong somewhere. Now, this man has a family who had the power to deliver the woman, but they didn't. The only time she went back home for a year, pastors went to beg her with the husband. Who were these pastors that went to beg her? From the same church. So these are things. So I didn't expect that video of the pastor trying to tell us that they spend money, he went here, oh God, please. Let me sincere. You went to Cameroon and you hit the sick. More than 100 people were coming.
Network problem.
We can hear you.
That this small one that you know.
We can hear you. Please
Network
continue.
problem. Come back again.
You can't hear me well. But these are the facts. So OSINACHI right now wants to give some women who are actually living a very terrible life in the first place the wings to escape marriage. Please know it. OSINACHI's death are in 2 ways. It has told the world that religion has kept us backward for many years. Stop doing my papa say. Hear what God is saying. When death comes, the grace of your papa cannot save you. Because as you sing rich, worship God rich, the grace of papa not save and for hospital. So everybody should actually know God for themselves, number 1. Number 2, every pastor is a man, no pastor is God. There is nothing like touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. The anointed are the children of God. The prophet are the pastor. So pastors should stop hurting the anointed. Stop hurting the anointed. If you hurt the anointed, will come for you. Are you aware? The Bible says,
at the provoke, you're not gonna kill me with Bible. You're not gonna kill me with Bible.
He said, parents, don't provoke your children to anger. This was what Paul said. But Paul did not complete it. I will help you complete it. Everything you see, you take it. Anything you see, you take it. Africa is so backward in certain things, and I'm disappointed. People are saying, oh, pastor, you try. The church failed that woman because if you're my spiritual father, you have to oversee my spiritual affair. So spiritual father has been overrated in Nigeria to a fault. The grace of my spiritual father. Where is the grace of God? Your spiritual father is also asking for the grace of God. You are asking for the grace of spiritual father. Jesus said, follow me. Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. Why should I follow you? When Jesus said, follow me. And after a while, Paul said, he said that I may know him. And the power of his resurrection simply means he never knew him before.
Yes.
And Paul said never go ever. So why should I follow Paul? On the last day, Paul will arise for judgment. I will follow Jesus and they follow Paul. So if a pastor make mistake, you too make mistake. Everybody must wake up. OSINACHI's death is like a revival to the whole church. All these laws that church are putting on ground, and the next thing, man, they beat wife because now you go and pray, keep praying, God will change him. God did the change man when they beat person. That's why he put prison God does not do for you what you can do for yourself.
Bishop Soji, I will also see on Saturday. We'll bring up this matter on Saturday again because tomorrow I'll be dealing on Maureen. Thank you. You are my special guest that day. Okay. Do we have anything to say? You go ahead and conclude it.
I don't have anything to say because Bishop has said it all. But what I want to say is in general to all women and all men, you don't stay in an abusive marriage. We are all looking at, he was abusing him, he was beating him. But mental abuse, when someone abuses, emotional abuse, that one is even more risky than the physical one. If you feel you are not safe in the marriage, just back off. Marriage is not taking to heaven. One thing I want to know, both the men and the women, we are all talking, the men are beating the women. Some women, the way they are treating their men, you should see for yourself. We are all speaking for the women. But the way some women are treating the men, we should look at both sides. So please, and if you want to marry, one thing I want to marry a man or a woman you flow with. If I say a man or a woman you flow with, if you're a Christian, marry a Christian. If you are a Muslim, marry a Muslim. Someone you sure believe he is a Muslim or a Christian, marry someone you flow with. And marry a mature person. If you don't marry a mature person, you end up breaking up the marriage at the end of it all. So please, let's all be wise. And let's all think deep. You need to be deep. Marriage isn't a mere something. It's not something like that. Marriage is very deep. So if you are going into marriage, you need to sit up, work on yourself, be sure you are ready for the journey before you enter. And if you are not matured enough to go into it, don't try because it is for the matured. If you are not matured, you can't. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, everybody. That is all for today. On Saturday, we are going to come up again with this special program. Thank you, everybody. May God bless you. Please keep sharing this video until you get to pollinate because there are still many questions that wait many answers, and we still wait for a response about what is happening about OSINACHI.
He has
God
a
bless
lot
you.
to answer. He has a lot.
Many questions that many questions waiting for an answer. So we need it on Saturday by 1 p.m. I don't know if 1 p.m. will be okay because of people who are going for marriage and other celebration. Maybe we'll take it to 10 a.m. on Saturday morning so that people can be at home to contribute into this. God bless every one of you. I beg. So just send me the recharge card. Now you finish my card though.